turn that off. Turn that off. Episode 82, STL Roar, mycitymymusic.com. I have Scott and Michi in the house, and this is your audience. Don't just live for music. That's it.
I love that.
So we're going to start off with whatever song you guys want to play and sing.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
If I can remember how to do it.
Pull that mic up. Pull towards you.
Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for the train. I was feeling nearly as faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down to the Ford ran. He rode us all the way to New Orleans. Now I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana and played it soft for Bobby and sang the blues. Yeah, windshield wipers slapping time. I was holding Bobby's hand in mine. We sang every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing, I need nothing if it ain't free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. Feeling good is good enough for me. Ooh, good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. From the Kentucky coal mines to the California sun, yeah, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Through all kinds of weather and everything we done, hey, Bobby, baby, kept me from the cold world. One day up near Salinas, Lord, I let him slip away. He's looking for that home, and I hope he finds it. I would save all my tomorrows, one single yesterday, to be holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing, it's all that Bobby left me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. Feeling good is good enough for me. Oh, good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. La da da, la da da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, the Bobby McGee. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, the Bobby McGee. No 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 no. Hey no hey no hey no Bobby McGee, yeah. No 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 no. Hey 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 Bobby McGee, yeah. Woo!
You know, it's a freedom, nothing, you know, we just keep them stashed everywhere. So, that's awesome.
That's like the best audience ever.
They never complain. They don't throw anything. I mean, it's nothing. It's awesome.
You don't need the chicken wire.
No,
Yeah.
no chicken wire. You're not going to hit with beer bottles, that's for sure.
No.
So how about another one? How about another one?
Okay.
Talk to me, baby.
Oh, I don't care. What do you want to do?
Oh, we got a tune.
And I didn't bring my cowbell.
Darn it. My cowbell. I could have brought my cowbell. I could have brought my cajon. We could have had a whole band thing going on.
Rock on gold dust, woman. Take yourself a spoon. Dig your grave. she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? And is it over now? Do you know how to pick up your pieces and go home? Rock on, ancient queen, follow those who are there in my shadow. Shadow. Now losers make bad lovers. You better put your kingdom up for sale. And up for sale. Well, did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? And is it over now? Do you know how to pick up your pieces and go home? Well, did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? And is it over now? Do you know how to pick up your pieces and go home? Go home. And go home. Hail, shadow, dust woman. Hail, shadow, dust woman. Moon, hail, shadow, dust woman. Oh, gold dust woman.
So, as a singer, do you is Stevie one of your top?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, is she your favorite to sing, or do you have any?
I would say yeah, and that's I would say yes. She's my favorite. Ever since I was a little girl. About
There's
9
something
years
about
old.
her. I mean,
There is.
everybody loves her.
She's magical.
She is. She's definitely a witch in her own right. She's freaking killer. There's just something about her, and she's a real person. I mean, she screws up.
Yeah.
She's made mistakes, and
just like me.
Yeah.
And that's
And she'll
I
mind
always
talking about it in concert. She'll explain the song,
Yeah.
the period of her life, and what might be going on, and where she is either high or low,
and it was so wild when we went and saw her in concert the last time. She's like, I just feel like I have you all in my living room, so you're gonna have to listen to me talk.
Right,
and
yeah.
But I loved it. I
It was
thought it was
great.
great, but ever since I was about 9 years old, she was my favorite. When I was on the Grammys, and so I guess that's right, the Grammys.
Yeah, the Grammys, not the Emmys.
Yeah, and I don't know, I can never remember, but I remembered seeing them. It was with the Rumors album, and they won like 7 awards in a
Oh,
row.
I know, they
won-
swept
they
it.
just kept, they should have just
Walked away.
stood up on stage all night long,
Oh, I
and I
know.
saw her and I thought, oh my gosh, she's amazing, And ever since that moment, I just said to myself, I want to be her whenever I grow up.
That whole band has got, such a dramatic history. They swapped partners, and they still made killer music.
yeah.
So
That's
I'm
it.
like,
Survived, yeah.
wow. You know what? It's amazing. I mean, all the crap that they weathered, but now, they're putting their band back together, and the one main guy is not allowed. So it's unfortunate, but
that would be when you watch that chemistry between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. I just, even though it's kind of a love-hate thing,
right.
but everybody knows how that is.
It works. I
It
know.
does.
Yeah, I met her in '83 when she was doing her solo tour, when she first
you
started out
did?
doing her backstage, and she was out of her mind. I mean, way out of her mind. Yeah, she
Really?
was blasted. It was kind of sad because I could tell she was just tired, maybe just doing too much to stay awake. I don't know, but running from one city to the other. In '83, in the '80s, they're going from one city to the
Right.
other.
Yeah.
It was nonstop. Oh my God, it's Kim White. Shut up. Kim. You're late, buddy. Come
Wait.
on. Come on. Come on up. Come
I
on
have a
down.
schedule.
Come on down.
Hey, how are you?
Come on. You're the
Right.
Scott and Michelle
Yeah. Michelle,
Smith.
I know you by reputation through Greg Bishop.
Greg's beautiful.
We were just talking about him.
Oh, who doesn't?
Come sit. You're gonna play co-host now.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Come on. Yeah, you have lots of
What's
things
that?
to say.
What's going on, man?
You remember
Living the dream?
Tweezy?
Of course.
Awesome. So yeah, I met her in '83, and it was just like, yeah, she was just kind of just. I mean, she was just worn out, and
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you need to sit down. I wanted to just sit her down and wipe her face off, you know,
Uh-huh.
but she was just like,
And a lifestyle change needed. Yeah.
yeah, and but then in the '80s, you know, backstage and all that, everything was a whirlwind. I mean, it didn't
Yeah.
matter what chemical was out there or not. There was so many people and so many handlers and so much going on that it was insane
Yeah.
when I step back and look at it. But it was exciting. I was 19. I was like, oh, Stevie Nicks, oh my god, it's her, it's her,
She
it's
still has
her.
that affecting one. Whenever I'll be talking to our granddaughter, you know, she's Penelope, Penny Lane is her name. And
Shut up!
yeah, and then our grandson
How cute is
Azura,
that?
yeah, and she's 10, and she just turned 10, and I'll say, now who's your favorite band or you know singer? You know, and she's like, well, after you, Nanny.
Oh, good answer.
She says it's Stevie Nicks, and so she still has that. She still has that charisma to bring in the young people too. You know, still to this day, and it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah,
And
her.
it's,
I don't think her legacy, her music, or anything. I don't think it'll ever go out of style, just because she's just one of the, like Janice.
yeah.
You know,
exactly
Janice
like
is
that.
like,
Yeah.
I would love to have ever met her. I
She's
mean,
my second favorite singer.
she is. Oh dear, dear.
Yeah,
gosh.
she's
I know
Janice
you
is
do.
yeah.
In the
I
right
would have loved
way.
to meet both of them, you know,
Mhm.
and that's will you touch me? So that I can have some of that.
I know, right? Gosh.
But I just, you know, I don't know. It's those women. They have such a aura about them that
Mhm.
you know, I'll never have that, but you know, but I love it.
I
And it's-
know. Cher's one I always wanted to meet.
I love Cher,
I have
too.
loved her since I was
yeah,
a kid.
Me too. I used to watch the Sonny and Cher show.
I mean, I didn't miss it. I've got all her albums. I dressed up like her at Halloween. I mean, it was just like, it was all, yeah.
And what about those outfits she would wear in the 70s? I mean, they were amazing.
But she got
And
away
still,
with it.
Yeah,
It-
and
it
she
didn't
did.
matter.
It was just they'd say, "Oh, that's just Cher." You
It's
know?
Bob Mackey is who it was.
Yeah.
He was the man. And I ended up getting one of his jackets. It was funny. I was in California, and we were in Haight-Ashbury, which was really cool. And we were at this resale shop, and there was a Bob Mackey, that long fringe jacket. I don't know if you remember it. It's got really long fringe. Well, anyway, Bob Mackey was one of the first to make the real long fringe
Yeah.
jackets. And this thing, it was sitting on the freaking, just sitting there, and I went, oh my God, it's Bob Mackey, $35. The thing's worth like $3,500.
Yeah.
It's mine. I'm taking it. It's all mine. I'm spending that $35, and I'm wearing it out of the store. I'll sleep in this thing. Nobody's taking this away from me. But yeah, I looked it up on eBay, and it's like eBay and Google and all that. Yeah, it's worth like $3,500. I was like, holy shit, because they only made so many of them.
Right.
But it's a Bob Mackey. I own a
Yeah.
Bob Mackey.
I think that's amazing. I
I
love
know.
that.
You still
Remember the
have it?
store Hullabaloo?
Yes.
I used to love to go to that store. Oh my
That
gosh.
was, yeah. Refrigerator doors they'd have for like the dress room.
That's
Oh,
where I
geez.
used to dress
It's
from,
wonderful.
you
I
know.
love this place.
But that's cool. I love that.
Very
Do you s-
cool.
What do you still have that jacket?
Yes. It's not. I'm going to be buried in that jacket. Just because Bob Mackey, who dressed Cher, I got one of his jackets, yes. I mean, I bug Devin all the time. I'm like, please, can I meet your stepmom? She's not my stepmom anymore. I said, well, yes, she is.
That's awesome.
But no, she's got anxiety issues, and she quit she doesn't do any meet and greets. She
Yeah.
quit doing meet and greets about, 10 years ago, I think it was.
I'll tell you what, that
Something like that.
anxiety can really mess with you, you know. And it's
No, it's really serious with her. She just doesn't do any of it.
yeah,
Doesn't matter how much money you're going to pay, she won't do it.
no,
And then when the COVID thing hit, everybody just, everybody's lost their mind over that
Yeah.
thing, so.
yeah.
I don't judge anybody for their issues or whatever they think about it. I just can't believe the whole world's still in an uproar over the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll go away. I mean,
Hopefully.
last time I said, I think it's officially over. Over, I mean,
No.
What do you mean variant? Over everywhere.
Yeah, then we have Dr. Sam Page to poke the bear a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, The numbers are going down. Never mind, wear masks anyway.
Yeah.
That's right.
And don't say that.
I know, don't say that.
But they have all those new designer masks.
I
you
don't
know.
care, they're stupid. They're stupid and they're hot and I
Yeah,
can't see them
yeah.
wearing them.
And you can't see whenever you're wearing your glasses. 'cause
Oh
it
no, it's
fogs up.
completely
Yeah.
fogged up, and then this thing's all wet from, sweating and panting and everything else. And,
Yeah.
we start out unloading and we all have to wear them, but then they end up just being a chin mask or,
Yeah.
they end up just completely off because
Yeah.
we're busy and
Yeah.
nobody really wants to bother us, so but
First time
still.
when things are starting to chill out, when I went in our Chinooks, I'm no mask.
Right.
And then, I'm looking around, everybody's got one, so I'm like, I put it on for a minute. Felt bizarre without. I might as well walk around shirtless,
Felt
And-
like you're doing something wrong,
And I
you
took it
know?
off again. I'm like, I took it off, and and a couple of people looked at me
Sorry.
like, put it back on. I said, hell with it. Didn't wear one till they made us do it again.
I know, it's so ridiculous, but yeah, I just don't understand it.
Do you have to wear one at work?
It depends on the job. Like when I'm at FedEx, no. Stagehand depends on the venue. Like all the major venues, Chaffetz and Enterprise and Stadium, we have to wear them.
Yeah.
But they only last so long,
Right.
when it's dark at night when we're loading out. So
Yeah.
we can kind of just
Take them off.
until somebody comes and screams at us.
Yeah.
Put that back on.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I forgot. Yeah.
I know, so it is what it is, but I don't know. Amazon, they're real strict on that. They literally walk around screaming at you. Put it
So
up
are
over
you
your
at
nose.
the Amazon that's out in Pontoon Beach? Or
I will be. I was at Edwardsville and I'm transferring over to Pontoon.
cool.
It's incredible. Like at certain times of day, how many vans pull out there? They're just like 15 in a row.
Yeah, because you will be delivering at least 400 plus packages.
Wow.
We start at
A day?
10:40. Yes. Well, I load about 400 or 500 at FedEx at night.
See.
I think
Then I
that's
go to
just.
wo-
I think that's just our house.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the ones. Is that you guys?
Wow.
Oh, well, thank you.
Amazon, why isn't it? Dude, I'm not all the way sure.
I said, man, I forgot what I ordered from you.
If I make sure your name's actually on it.
Yeah. That's Mechelle.
Yeah.
Could be this or this.
So you had your first gig. Sidemen had their first gig.
We sure did.
And how was it?
It was fine, except it was like 97 under that tent.
Oh,
We
you
all
were
lost
under a
a lot.
That's
tent?
fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. The first set was a little bit rough, but after we lost all our fluids and replaced them,
Yeah.
it was okay. It was okay. It came out pretty good.
That's good. Where are you playing again?
Don't know yet.
Any
But,
other bands you're playing this weekend?
What's that?
Any other bands you're playing in this weekend?
No, I don't do that.
You liar.
We have a.
Everybody's a hired gun. Don't lie.
I'm not-
Everybody's
no,
a
I
whore.
would be a
Everybody's a
horrible-
hired gun.
You know, I've had incredible problems with scheduling because of this guy being in this band, this guy being in this band, and so I laid it on the line when we first started that we're in this band and that's it. And our bass player doesn't seem to want to play ball like that, but he's
You know how those bass
that's his
players are.
primary
Always a
income,
bass
so I'm
player.
not gonna fault him, especially since we're not working. So
Right.
I'll once we get a better handle on everything. Plus, we're choking down originals, so that we can do cover tunes and originals.
Mhm.
So maybe we can do some opening act work and things like that.
You'll be fine. You'll be great. Him and his son. Son is in the band with him.
And what's your son's name?
Adam,
Adam. And who are your other two players?
Victor Wyndham on drums and Craig Moreland on bass. Still.
The only bass player in St. Louis, Craig Moreland. We got to give him this. That's what I always tell him. There he is. I'll hear about it or he'll show up, and it's okay. It's all good. Yeah, he used to show up here a lot, like almost every week. And I finally just said, okay, you're the only bass player in St. Louis. When he shows up at jam night, I announce it to everybody. He's the only bass player in St. Louis, and he loves it. So I don't care. That's fine.
I'm gonna get him a T-shirt.
I'm the only bass player.
That's okay. You ready to play another one?
Sure.
Play another one. Pick
Okay,
one.
baby.
What do you want to do? People usually fight over where to eat. You guys fight over what song to sing?
Well, he'll say pick one, and then I'll say one, and then he starts another one. I'm like, why do you even ask? You don't care. silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their drones. In your head, they are dying. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. I'm knocking things off the wall.
Zombie can't. Zombie did it.
The mother's heart is breaking, heart is taking over. And the violence caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? It's the same old thing since 2020. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their drones. In your head, they are dying. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. It's the same old thing as 2020. In your head, they are fighting. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie.
Audience, that's awesome. Very good. Episode 82. STL Roar, MyCityMyMusic.com. Scott and Mechelle Smith, and we were joined by Kim White. And of course, big shout out to Tweezy, the man behind the scenes who makes this all look good. He puts up with a lot of shit. So, let's have a little bio. Now, you guys have been together since high school, right?
Shortly after.
Shortly after. Now, were you singing before that, or were you just
No.
dating, or when did? Tell
I've
me.
been in different bands at that time, and I was in a band at that time, I guess.
He was 24. I was right out of high school.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Do we want to know if she was 17 or 18?
Need to know that.
It's okay.
Young 24.
Yeah.
Early in my 24.
Anyway, so you're the musician and she was the groupie,
Well, we met.
or you were the groupie and she was a musician.
I don't know.
Oh,
No. At a party.
come
We
on.
actually met at a party.
Oh.
I was
Don't we
8.5 months pregnant.
Oh.
And, with Christopher, and he's 36 now. So
Mhm.
we've been together for 36 years. And so I wasn't gonna go to this party, but my sister wanted me to go with her. And she, my mom said, well, you may as well go because when the baby's born, you're not gonna be able to go. out.
Right, you're not gonna have a life.
You're not gonna have a life anymore. So anyway, so I went, and there he stood. He was this platinum blonde rocker god, and he comes
Danny
up to
Rock.
me, and I normally went for like jock type fellas, you know.
You
and,
didn't say it, you didn't tell him it was his.
No. Well, I should have.
Yeah.
I said, man, I don't know what happened. You know? But,
Oh, was that you?
Yeah, he comes up to me and he says, "Can I feel your belly?"
Aw.
And 2 weeks
Every
later we
time.
had a 2 weeks later we had a child.
I
First
called her
I'm like,
one in the morning. I said,
yeah.
"Hey, Chief, I'm all alone. Is it okay if I come pick you up?" Well, I thought about her since that night. You know, it was a couple
Oh,
days
how
later.
sweet.
And so me and about 4 of my friends
Came
I
and
was
picked me
alone,
up.
man. I
Yeah.
had these guys that are always there at Rock
He
Road
said,
headquarters
he
when
said
I parked.
I'm alone in a
And-
room full of people.
Yeah.
You know,
So
and
we went and picked her up and never let her leave.
Oh.
So 2 weeks later we had a child.
Well, there you go.
And everybody's like, "You realize she's pregnant, don't you?" And I told him, because I asked him, I said,
He's a
well,
freak, though.
I said, "You're just like one of those freaky people that you know." And he's like, "No." So we've been together ever since.
That is so
Lived in
sweet.
Sin for 5.
Yeah.
We got married.
Went through survived the 80s together. So you know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Man, Sin.
I know. I've seen your pictures on Facebook. They're so cute. I mean, everybody with the big hair. I don't know whose was bigger.
I don't know. I think his was. Mine was longer. His was bigger. So.
What did you?
Yes,
Yes, you remember those days.
I do.
Did you have big hair or just long?
I had a blonde perm. And
Did you do the mullet thing?
No.
That's coming back in, by the way.
Kind of along the David Coverdale thing. But then, of course, there was the leopard spotted spandex pants and all that.
Who didn't have that? I mean,
Look
come
here.
on.
yeah.
She still got them on. Tweezy,
Mine
how
got
about
big.
you? Where were you in the 80s, huh? Were you born yet? Were you in the service? No. Uh-oh. Oh my God.
How
that is
about
so
you?
not
Where
fair.
were you at in the 80s?
In the 80s, I was in school. Well, I graduated in 1980. So I was like hanging downtown on the landing, working on the landing, and just, you know, music is all it was.
Remember, what was it, the All-American Saloon?
Oh, yeah.
All American
Oh,
Saloon.
yeah.
All-American
Yes.
Saloon.
Oh my God. My first gig was, you guys know the band that, you know the band Boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they originally were called the Jets.
I remember that.
And Bobby Flynn and I went to high school together. Bobby's about 4 years older than me. And I showed up at stages one night when they were playing, and he grabbed me and he said, "You're singing." And I'm like, "What?" He said, "It's your birthday." And I'm like, "What?" And he said, "You're going to sing Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll." And he shoved me out on the stage, and I went, "Awesome!" I mean, I was like, all these drunk people out there. The place was packed wall to wall. Yeah, first song I ever sang in public. I was, oh man, it was the best high ever.
That's amazing,
yeah.
isn't it?
It was a blast.
There, it is a high.
Stages.
It is.
Love
Stages. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Stages, Granny's Rockers,
Yeah.
Wood River Music Room, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All that. God, all those great
Music
places.
room.
Yes.
It's knocked out at that place. I thought I was waking up in the morning. I'm laying there, music's getting louder and louder. We just had opened for a band called Monterey.
Mhm.
And then I looked at all the guys in the band are looking at me and I said, "Kevin, did he just hit me?" He said, "Yeah." I struggled with my feet. I gave him one of those weak Bill Murray swings and stripes. I'm like, oh my God. But that was a great club.
That's awesome. And then everybody
Nice roof ceiling too.
everybody ended up coming back to Pops because it was open
Oh,
20.
yes.
The old
Yeah.
Pops. That was the
That was-
shit.
yeah,
The old
it
wooden
was.
tops.
That was, thank God there were no cameras, Facebook, or anything, and
God.
those
Oh,
walls
yeah.
cannot talk. They were screaming, of
Yes.
course, but good Lord. What? Who?
Tommy Fleming.
Oh, hi, Tommy. Hi, Tommy. Tommy Fleming. Who doesn't love Tommy?
Yeah.
Give a plug for Third Shoot West.
I've already got it written down because Sunday, it's
Tommy.
hi, Tom, it's Rat Run weekend. If anybody didn't know, it's Rat Run weekend. You know what the Rat Run is
Uh-huh, yeah.
at the long shots.
Yeah.
So, I think the biggest one I was ever at, we went to Shady Jack's where we had breakfast and stuff, and then we would haul ass out to long shots. We had 12,000 bikes leaving Shady Jack's.
12,000.
12,000 bikes on the highway, whoo, all the way out to long shots. It was freaking amazing. Well, Third Shoot West is the latest and greatest Third Shoot that's opened, and Sunday, Rock Bottom's going to be playing there.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah.
for Rat
The
Run
old
weekend.
Roadhouse?
So.
It,
Roadhouse.
it's,
No,
it's,
it used-
it's over the Alton, like the Alton
It
Bridge,
used to
isn't
be
it?
West Alton Bar and Grill.
Uh-huh.
So
And
on
now
Old
it's-
94, you got to get off 367 and then you go under the bridge.
You go under the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
It flooded,
Yes.
and now it's dried out.
Right.
Yeah.
And Wayne rebuilt it, and now it's
Nice.
the
Yeah.
Third Shoot West. So,
It's
home of the
everywhere.
yummy wine slushies.
Yeah, yeah, we played there a I think that Tommy Fleming was there. Hi, Tommy.
Tommy promotes, yeah.
Yeah.
He books bands and stuff
Yep,
over there.
and
so.
that's-
He booked us several places.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
Chubby's?
Yeah, and I
Was it
think
Chubby's or?
yeah, it was called Chubby's, I think.
Chubby's is still there in Alton.
On
Up in
Broadway
Alton,
there, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the third
That's a
shoot
fun
in
place.
Grafton.
I heard they had really good food. I haven't
Yeah.
been there, but I heard Chubby's is really good
They
food.
did.
They did. Yeah, they had really good food from what I can remember. I don't eat a whole bunch when we're getting ready to play. I always like scarf afterwards. you
Right,
know, 'cause-
right. I understand that.
Yeah.
I know.
I have a
Hour and a half
thing.
before.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just one bite. Nope,
And-
nothing.
And I have to tell you that I'm not used to sitting down and singing, you know, so I might like be flailing things.
Well, stand
everywhere,
up. You can stay, you can do whatever you want.
And that's what
She's
Travis
asking
on my
permission to go to the
shoulder.
bathroom earlier, and I was like, what is wrong with you? Next time you ask, it's going to cost you $1. Don't ask, just get up and do it. Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
just used to asking. that.
Stand up. Oh, come on. That's right, exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
So, what was the first band you were in?
Small ones around the neighborhood we'd do. Me and Kevin Bloodworth, we always had.
Shut
bands.
up,
Oh, yeah.
really?
Oh,
No
girls across the street
kidding.
from each other.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Best
love
friends
that
all their
guy.
lives.
And then about 82, we were in a band called Thief.
Mhm.
Steve Wenis, Kevin Schaller, and then Danny Leifertz was our singer.
Oh, no
Danny
kidding.
was our. You guys know Danny?
Do you remember
him?
Danny?
I remember Danny.
Yeah,
He'd been
amazing
around
man.
the circuit once before, and so he was like dad to us. So we just idolized it. 'Cause he knew the whole thing, and
Right.
he was smooth. He was a great guy.
Mhm.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And then we played out under Ike Heisler. Did a lot of Ike hikes,
Mhm.
and
Very cool.
then a band called Giant after that.
Mhm.
Steve Whitlow, Tony Antonelli, me and Kevin.
Tony Antonelli, who's now drummer for Jeremiah Johnson.
Yes.
Right.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yes. He's very talented.
I haven't seen him in years. We're friends on Facebook, but I haven't got really talked to him in a long time.
Well, he's around since Jeremiah went went to Europe. I think they've just he does Pepperland.
Right.
That's his band. So I think they're playing, if I'm not mistaken, soon. Pepperland's coming out of retirement and doing a gig. I don't remember where. But I know he's in that, and he just does that project. I think it's the only project he does other than Jeremiah. But since Jeremiah was in Europe, it was easier. It was better. It was easier for him to go over there and get musicians and play instead of taking the whole
Right.
band over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So,
Logistical nightmare to get
Mhm.
Yeah.
but
Then cooled it for a long time when the boys were. Then we had a second son. We had to chill for a while, and then had a chance to do it when the boys were grown up, like 4 and 5. I was in my late 30s. Then joined a band called The Stand. Rick Green, Kevin Bloodworth again, and Johnny Boom Boom Evans. Remember Johnny Evans, drummer?
I remember
True.
Johnny Evans.
Oh, okay, sure. The only one in that band I knew was Richie Callison.
Good old
And,
Richie.
It was a lot. It was fun. Except the hours were a little different then.
Right.
Suddenly, like staying out till 4. I'm like, oh
Uh-huh.
god.
Yeah,
Oh.
Pops is mandatory.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, that's when we were introduced to Jägermeister too. That was like, hey, man, I'm
Oh.
21 when I drink this shit.
I
This is
can't do
great,
that
man.
anymore.
Then oh no. That's how,
Matt Miller has turned me off of it completely.
Oh.
If anybody knows Matt Miller
We know
from
Matt
Lickety
Miller.
Split
Yeah,
and
no
all the other,
problem.
Yeah,
they
very
were playing
well.
one night at Patrick's, Eddie's, whatever it was called. You were there. Weren't
Was
you
I?
there? Yeah, you were there. Yeah, you were there. Rick Mosslinger was there, and Matt was buying shots, Jaeger bombs. Oh, I lived 2 blocks from that freaking bar, and I drove. I don't remember driving home the two blocks. I woke up in my car in the driveway, the door open, battery dead because the door was open, and I was like,
oh god, yeah. That's just horrible.
My
Everybody
city
call it-
inspector standing the right
I
next
call
to
it.
me.
Remember that cough syrup pre-emulsion when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
That's what
Oh.
I call it, pre-emulsion for adults.
oh, it was
Yeah.
horrible.
Everybody in the room knows you're drunk, but you when you
Yeah.
drink that stuff. It's like I'm normal. I normally do this.
I was cured early in my Jägermeister career. I was playing solo. What was that? The place on Chippewa.
Place on Chippewa.
Right next to.
Not Cicero's, no.
No. It was a long time ago. God, I can't remember the name of it, but they had, Kevin Tipton was there a lot. But anyway, I was sitting we were sitting out in front after the gig because it was the midnight ramble coming down Chippewa,
Right.
and so the owner, there was a brother sister, and I was sitting outside with the sister of the owner duo, and she brought out a whole bottle of Jägermeister.
Oh my goodness.
And I hadn't really drank that much to that point, and so we both sat there and we killed the bottle as the bikes went by, while Joe stood out in the middle of the road with cans of Busch, while the bicyclists would ride by and swipe them out of his
Grab
hands.
the beers, yeah.
And at one point, I just, all of a sudden, I was just on overdrive. It was just, it clicked. It just said, "Go home." I stood up from my chair, didn't say goodbye to anybody, just walked to my car, and I don't remember anything until the next day.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my
And ever
God.
since then, if it's a Jaeger bomb, that's, I mean, 1 or 2 is good, but
Oh,
Yeah.
but Matt's one of those. Have another one. Have another one. You know. Blah, 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 and he-
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
Matt, so the Millers and I grew up together in West Granite, and
He's
so,
freaking
yeah.
hysterical. Oh my God. He
Yeah.
doesn't shut up. I mean, it's
Love
like,
Matt.
dude, you
Love
shut
Matt.
up.
Love man.
But-
Glory
Love the
Days
whole
Saloon,
family.
that was, sorry.
Awesome.
But, yeah, I remember when he was telling me about his. I mean, the whole thing with his brother and I mean, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah, it is.
that whole thing, and I was so.
Witnessed it from the beginning. I mean, that was just
That is
incredible.
just amazing. But yeah, that's really cool. So anyway, you're
It saved
saying
a lot of people.
it
Yeah,
did.
It did, and they, I mean, they've been like that since both brothers have,
Mhm.
Darren and Matt both. They've been energetic and just into everything. If
Mhm.
they get into something, they get into it. They just take it and they bring it into them, you
Yes.
know. And it's since they were young, you
Mhm.
know, and that's. I remember Darren would say, "Hey, watch this," and he'd have a pole vaulting pole.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Another
knocking things
sign,
off
baby.
the wall again. And hello. And
Is this before people said "Hold my beer"? This is what he did,
yeah,
or before
yeah,
Jackass?
yeah. But he would just take that pole vaulting pole and run, and he would like jump and just go over and just land it. But he was athletic and amazing then. And then
Oh,
they
yeah.
would come over to our house and they
All
would
three brothers.
they would break dance in our living room.
Oh yeah, the break dancer singing harmony. I'm like, did you guys have toys to play with it? They made their own fun and their energy out the ass,
I
man.
love that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now
Well talented.
there's a new store in Granite called Sissy Space,
Mhm.
and have you been there?
Mm-mm.
I think you would like it, and it's amazing. And a friend of ours, Holly, owns it, and Darren Miller's wife, Amy Miller, is partners. Piece of Hippie is partners.
Oh,
with
cool.
Oh,
her,
great
yeah.
clothing.
Yeah.
They're-
Oh, cool.
lot
She
of
makes
great
all of
vibes
her
in
own.
there.
Where is it
clothing.
at?
Positivity.
It's what is that? Not State Street, Edison.
Yes.
Is Edison Avenue, like the back part of it is Edison Avenue.
Grand
but
Sea
it's,
Township
yeah,
building right
it's
next to
right
that.
next to the Grand.
Is it near the diner? Is it near Brenda's diner?
It's around the
Quarter
corner
mile
from
away,
there.
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
I
Go
heard the
check it
diner's
out.
really cool too.
Yes.
The food's really good.
Yeah.
I hope it stays.
Yeah,
Is she
she's
still open?
relocated and getting ready to open again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been closed for a while.
And
and
it's opened another one into like a speakeasy,
Oh, cool.
which is amazing. You would never know you're in the diner. Like, incredible amount of work in there.
She's very creative.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, her imagination is just it just.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, wow! I just love it. So I love sitting and talking to her. But
And,
so when did you guys decide to get together and do your thing?
Well, we'd like we'd go down to my parents. We just lived a couple blocks over. We'd go over, and sit around the table and drink oceans of beer with my mom and dad. And my dad would say, "Hey, bring your guitar down." And the whole family would sing.
Mhm.
And I always heard her sing, but I could never really. She'd never want to sing in public. And we'd like do long hair country boy run, and just all kind of fun drinking songs. And then I had booked an acoustic gig up at Stagger Inn,
Mm-hmm.
like a happy hour. And I took my 12-string, all this, and the 6-string. I thought, oh, these songs will just blow them away, man. Fingerstyle and all this. I was about 5 or 6 into it, and dead quiet. I looked at my song, was like, fuck that song, I can't do that. I said, Nature, you come up here and sing a song. I'm dying up here, you know. And she said,
Mhm.
I've never sang in public. I said, I'd love it if you do it right now. We did Long Hair Country Boy, and she nailed it. And I thought, well, they do allow them to clap in here.
Right.
Everybody clapped. I said, fuck, we ought to start doing this. So it just,
17 years
Yeah.
we've been playing together.
That is
it just
awesome.
snowballed.
What's your favorite gig? Do you have one favorite gig or one that just stands out that you just? I mean, it was just even if you open for somebody or if it's somebody you played with or somebody you always
favorite
wanted to play with.
gigs.
I mean, do you have one that's
El
just like?
Fresco was amazing.
Yeah,
That was like
yeah, El
dressing
Fresco's,
room,
we
the whole
opened up
9
for
yards,
Rogers and
beautiful.
Niehaus.
We opened for Rogers and Niehaus.
Oh, those guys are freak. How cool are those two
Yeah,
guys?
they are.
I
They're
mean,
just-
you can't
oh.
get any more laid
And
back.
they're just laid back and down to
they're
earth.
so
you know?
nice.
You meet these people that that they're basically doing the same thing you're doing, and they're like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm a rock star, but they're not like that.
They're
at
not
all.
like that at
No.
all. No attitude, no
It's-
ego or
it's-
anything.
A lot of
And
great
that's
They
talent.
work their asses off.
Yes. I love the
they-
pictures too, because there's a guy who took all the pictures. And there's like 15 guitars behind me when we're playing. Come through, oh, those your guitars? I'm like, yeah. This is my guitar. And it was a great. That was a good gig. And
Yeah.
There's been so many of them.
Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been a
There's
lot,
of
I mean,
magical.
and
times.
before COVID-19 hit,
Mhm.
I mean that year before that, we had like 120 shows that year.
You guys play just about every weekend. I mean, if not both nights, sometimes 3.
Yeah.
Sometimes you double up
Yeah.
on shows.
And then, well, a couple weekends ago on Saturday, we did 3 in one day. You know, we
Mhm.
did like
Things
eight,
that will never
eight-
happen again.
It was like 8.5 hours,
Mhm.
and by the end of the night, my back straps were like tightening up on me, going.
Right.
I'm like,
Oh.
I'm bending all the way over just to say, you know. I said, I think I'm done. And that's,
Between the
and
second and
so,
third, we went home, talked to our neighbor, Terry Smith, and said, "Hey, will you text us in 45 minutes? We're laying on the couch. Just, man, we're dying here already." We kept all the stuff in the vehicle. He called about. We got half hour later. We got set up. Let's go. He said, "I'm getting ready to call you." I said, we're heading out, man.
When do you love those days again?
Yeah.
And this was almost traumatic experience. Now 3 in one day was like, oh.
Man, that's awesome.
The
though.
last
That's
time
so
that we
cool.
did 3 in one day was like when we first started playing, and I just, man, we did, we played at a farmer's market in
Ferguson.
Ferguson, and
Right back
then
at
we started there,
produce,
and then
lonely
we
at the
played
top.
at like the dog walk thing in Grafton.
Oh, yes.
And then we went from there to the Rotten Apple one before it was the third shoot. So we're like, well, let's just pick our stuff up and carry it down the road, you know. And so that's what we did, and that's
The dog
it's
walk's
just-
tough because people love animals
Mhm.
more than they do humans. We can lit ourselves on fire and nobody knows it. Like,
No, they wouldn't.
But there's a lot of
Yeah.
places.
But if you
where
had a
Far away
tail
from
and
my dog.
ears, if you had a tail and ears, and you know, if you yipe, yipe, yipes, they'd probably pay more attention.
Oh yeah.
Some people are like that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
relate better to animals.
Yeah.
Be on fire and they said, "Get him away from my dog." He lit my dog on fire. But we've had so many just good ones.
Yeah.
From Carlinville to Verdon to St. James, Rolla,
And we'll be at the Blue Note Bar. Where's that at?
and Hillsborough.
Hillsboro.
Hillsboro, that's a
That's a
very
neat
cool
place.
venue. That's a very cool venue.
Oh my
Who
God.
just played there? Somebody just played. I just put it on my thing. Who played there? Somebody just played there.
It's a really neat
I
place.
can't remember who it was.
It is. I mean, I love that place. And
Mhm.
Everything's blue in it.
Yeah, everything's blue.
It's like
and that's, have you
everything.
been there?
Mm-mm.
It's they have great food there. They really
I'm
do.
walking by, you know,
At least I think they do. I didn't
we
get
got
to eat.
wings.
But
She didn't eat it. I had a couple wings, and I didn't know what they really had. And they're walking by with steak and lobsters and stuff. I'm like, fuck. I wanted some of this. Had me a lobster before we jammed because we hadn't got a free meal.
Oh,
I didn't
right.
know they had that kind of stuff, you know. And like, people out there drinking wine
Get
and
the
just
menu.
always-
That's when
Yeah.
you get the menu.
Menu.
Yeah.
That's
That'd be
awesome.
great if before a gig, eat a lobster.
Oh, yeah.
Has that ever happened?
No.
No.
No, no, no.
Cheeseburger real lucky.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's where like all my excess pounds came on at, you know, it's because I would eat at midnight, you know, and it'd be like, oh, I'm starving, really bad.
I know, but food just tastes better at 3 in the morning
It
sometimes.
does, yeah.
It's cuisine at that point.
It is.
Oh,
It
remember
is.
Kurt's and Granite, late
Mhm.
night in Lisa's Diner.
Mhm.
It's at that in front of you, like. Cause we start playing from then on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do maybe one gig every couple months, and once a month, and once every weekend, and
Do your kids
Nice.
play? Do you have legacies? Do your kids play?
Both of them play, and that's our oldest son, and he is Penny Lane's father, so he
Mhm.
loves like the Beatles and Tom Petty, stuff like that. He sings as well.
yes.
And but now Tyler, our youngest, he's 29, and man, he's good.
Yeah, he
and he,
shreds it from Lamb of God to.
They're both guitar players?
Yes.
Are they in bands? Are they looking? Or are they just
No,
doing?
Tyler really don't want to be in one. He can play unbelievable. He said, "Why? I can just sit here and play." And well, in retrospect, I'm kind of deep down glad he's not in a rock band.
Yeah, he says I can just sit
Well,
here and play. I don't have to deal
me
with
and her being in
anybody."
front row going,
You know.
well, we'll load your guitar, get in the car, we're going home. you
Yeah.
know? That still rolls in
Just standing
clubs like what they
standing at the
used
front
to.
of the stage going,
Yeah.
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 Don't you
dress appropriate.
my baby.
But I think he's cute. You look like trouble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay away from my baby. I know girls like
Oh,
you.
You know, a couple times I'd like ask for, I'd say, let me show you, and they're like, I'm okay. Then they'd pick it up, you know, from YouTube and just being around all the time. And then a couple times I'd say, what was that, Court? How did you do that? And you could tell they almost like didn't even want to ask me. I'm like, thank you for asking, man.
That is
But
so
they
cool.
just learned on their own.
That's so cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Very cool.
And then Christopher, he's 36, and he's the one, he had cancer.
Mhm.
And,
Cancer
so he's
survivor.
a cancer survivor, and so those were some really rough years, in our life and stuff. That's when I stopped drinking.
Oh,
And,
good for
so,
you.
Yeah, 10 years ago, and then when he met Laura, and they, he was in the Air Force, and they brought him back from Louisiana to St. Louis to go to Simon Cancer Center, and then so he's been home since, but he just retired from the Air Force, and but when we say, why don't you guys play with us, he's like, I'm retired,
They have
and-
zero interest in
yeah.
jamming us.
Yeah,
Sometimes
we're
I
not,
don't
we're not
understand.
cool
I'm like,
enough. We're not cool
boring.
enough for them.
Damn.
But now,
I want you to play now.
You're
Yeah,
not
I'll
cool
be-
enough for
Yeah. Boring. Yeah.
I'll show you boring.
Yeah. Yeah. You're electric for a minute.
but it's funny, but like Christopher, he's got his kids, Penelope's 10 and Ezra's 7, and so he retired but went back to the Scott Air Force Base. They hired him back as a meteorologist there.
Oh,
so,
cool.
So that's what he does
Well,
now.
do the story about Chris. You got to tell the story of the story.
Is this your original?
No, we'd
Almost
like it
become
to
an original.
be, but it sounds like an original because it sounds nothing like the original.
Okay, that's
Try to
good.
pull it off of the
That's
original
okay.
tape.
But
Hey, we love that
the
Brandy
story
Carlisle
behind
song.
but the story behind the story
close.
is that when Christopher was at home going through chemotherapy, because he got to stay with us when he was doing that, and he woke me up in the middle of the night one night, and he said, "I want you to come out and listen to this song. I love this song. It reminds me of you and Dad." And
Aww.
so that's why I'm gonna cry, but
You mean the boring parents?
yeah, the boring parents.
So we dedicate this to him every night we
Yeah,
do it.
and normally have a tambourine with it. So I'm
You
gonna-
just
Forgot
not even
all the
prepared,
stuff.
were you?
I'm not
No
remotely
cowbell,
prepared.
no tambourine. Do you have that in your pocket anywhere?
I
Did you bring your
did.
cowboy or your tambourine?
Nope. She's gonna throw him out in the ring.
Watch me pulling this out of my pocket.
Spotlight.
That's okay. If you need to stand up, stand up. You can stand up.
I feel so much taller than
Are you
Great.
standing
You
up?
stand here saying
Are you
thank
standing up? She's not even standing up, is she?
That was great. Speaking of that, yesterday we bought a swimming pool, and then we finally got it installed last weekend. And so I had to get inside of it yesterday, and it's filled and it's cold.
And was it this tall?
Yeah, and Scott said he turned around. I heard him going, Mechelle.
Yeah,
what are you
because she
doing?"
disappeared. So I got up on the ladder and
See
she's
me.
in the water. I'm going,
And so I'm just like, oh my gosh.
she goes, I'm getting used to it now. I said, no, I think that's called hypothermia. So we do Chris's, this is the story.
Okay, the story. You need some more water?
It threw me off with it.
And all of these lines upon my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. No, these stories don't mean anything if we don't have you to tell them to. It's true that I was made for you.
jam it wherever we're at. Here's where we jam it. I'm doing my solo, baby.
And look at the smile that's on my mouth. It's hiding the words that don't come out. And all of my friends who think that I'm blessed, they don't know my head was a mess. No, they don't know who I really am, and they don't know what we've been through. It's true that I was made for you. And all of these lines upon my face, they tell you the story of who I am, and so many stories of where I've been, and how I got to where I am. No, these stories don't mean anything if we don't have you to tell them to. It's true that I was made for you. Oh, yeah, it's true that I was made for you.
That's a great song.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Beautiful tune.
That's very good. That's awesome. So 17 years later.
17 years
Yeah.
later.
Jesus. How many gigs have you done?
Oh my.
Gosh, I don't know.
Well, there, for 2 or 3 years, it's been 100 plus.
Yeah.
And then probably 80 before that. Steady 80s. I don't know.
How many gigs have you done?
No idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot.
There's a chunk of them that I probably just won't remember. Drive by and look at this place and go, I think I was in there once.
Yeah.
I think I was in
And
that
we're, we
one.
drive around going, play there, play there,
Yeah.
play in that bathroom.
Done
So-
that.
So you guys have a certain style of music, and you're pretty steady as far as your genre of music that you play. What do you think of all the other? You've seen the world around you as far as all this other music and kids, and do you have
I
any-
love it.
as far as diversity and
I do.
what do you like as far as all the I would say newer stuff other than what you guys play? What do you like? Do you
I
like?
really like the
Greta Van Fleet.
Greta Van Fleet. Very yeah.
I really like them.
Our son turns this on to a lot. He still lives at home, and he
Mhm.
turns this on to a lot of new stuff. And Greta Van Fleet, 'cause every car ride, he has a playlist ready for us. You know.
Mhm.
And I love, and he is sadly passed away as Brown Bird, and he was like a rockabilly style. His
Mhm.
wife
Seattle.
played, out of Seattle, and it's like a gypsy jazz almost with
Mhm.
rockabilly mixed in with there,
Mhm.
and I just absolutely love that.
I love the
Thunder-
band that they broke up. The guy and girl. Good Lord, we did too.
Oh, Civil Wars,
Civil
yeah.
Wars. You
Oh
ever hear
yeah.
them? They
Mhm.
were fantastic.
Yes,
We do a song
definitely.
by them.
The
called
first time I really liked.
Barton Howell.
I like this acoustic group, and they broke up
Yeah.
quick.
And
Why'd you guys just stick with acoustic? Why not do a whole full band?
I don't know.
Or have you ever done that as far as?
we played like we've had Jared
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
Ed Belling, and then
And
Right.
Casey
Casey
Ashby,
Ashby.
and different
Mhm.
sat in with people and had
Yeah.
different people play, but always when it's plugged in, it's louder plugged in. Obviously, we're a little louder, but I don't know. We just always kept it us.
Yeah,
But
we're-
there are certain rock bands that grab the man who knows how to play bagpipes. Where did that
Yeah.
start? Dude, man, that is so freaking badass.
Oh,
Did you know
yeah.
And I
that
got-
he was gonna be there? that
I
night?
had no idea,
Yeah.
and then here he is. And I was like, "Oh, I gotta get a picture of this. This is freaking
Yeah.
bad. This is badass." I was like, "Holy shit! Where did that come from?" I mean,
Oh.
how did I clear? I was like, "This does not happen."
Yeah,
Did you just pick him up and he's like, "Oh, I think I want to do this," or?
I fell in love with him. We went on a vacation like to Kansas City. And my parents were about 12, and we were in a mall, and they had a bagpipe band playing in there. And I remember how loud it was and the drums and everything. I'm right there watching, going, it's amazing. So I acquired a number of years later a bagpipe album. First night she spit the night, I said, I knew she was Irish and Scottish.
Oh, well, yeah, turn
my
that
main
on.
name
Why
is
did you just put a
McIntyre.
polka on, too?
Oh yeah, I put the album
I'm a
on. I
Scottish
said,
Irish girl.
straight to her heart.
Yeah,
you
she
know?
stayed. Well, guess what? It worked.
he said, he goes, oh, I've got just the music for you. And he puts it on, and I could hear it going, the static, you know,
Right.
and it was great. And all of a sudden, the bagpipes, I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, man, you are just amazing, you know.
Then,
And
a number of years, 20 years later, maybe
Yeah,
10 years later,
yeah.
you 15, I don't know, she surprised me with a set of bagpipes. And I
Oh.
said, oh, I'll nail these. This will be cool, you know. And I'd try to play them, and the band I was in the stand at the time, I said, listen, it's starting to happen a little bit. And I'd be blowing, I'd be turning red, I'd stop, and I'd look and they're on the floor laughing. I'm like, I couldn't play them. I didn't know.
How do you play them? I mean,
What you
what's
do,
it
you have
like?
the bag here, and
Right.
you have the three drones, like the two tenor and bass, and they all gotta be right in key with each other. And you tune those like with your chanter.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like 8 or 9 notes on it, all major. It's weird. You gotta stay in like key of B, and then what you do is you blow up the bag, and then once you strike the bag, and when you play, you just play your medley.
Like a flute?
Yeah,
almost like
you
a
gotta-
flute?
You can.
Mhm.
You don't have to breathe constantly. You can let it when the bag starts getting small. Then you gotta blow again,
Back up,
let it
yeah.
go back up while keeping enough pressure on it to keep them going. You know, but sometimes, like I've been in a bagpipe band, a John Ford bagpipe band.
that does all the marching, like in all the St.
Oh,
Louis,
wow.
St. Louis parades.
It's wheeze and
Yeah.
squeeze for like 5 miles. I'm like, when does this get fun? 4 miles. I'd be up half the night, the night before. These guys are conditioned like
Right.
older gentlemen, and I'd be like, oh, you gotta take this serious. I'm like, fuck, man, they rock.
Right.
You know? But
What-
then I kept with it, and I couldn't learn, and I was getting ready to get rid of them. I was gonna trade them in for something guitar related, and a guy comes out, Andy O'Connell comes knocking at our door. He's a friend of a neighbor's. He's about 8 foot tall dude, and he goes, "Hey, I understand you have a set of bagpipes." I said, "Yeah, I do." I said, "I can't play them." He said, "I'll be glad to show you before I go back out to sea as a merchant marine." He said, "On
Oh.
Tuesdays we get together and drink oceans of beer, and he'd show me." And I'm like,
That
"Hell
is so
yeah."
cool.
I was that far from getting rid of them.
So then he joined the John Ford Bagpipe Band. So we had to get that. It's the Queen's
Queen of England's like,
Queen of England's
doublet
doublet
and buttons.
and
Right.
You have to get the
plaid
permission
and
like from
stuff. And they tailor make all this stuff for you.
Right.
And then he was he wearing his
Yeah, he wore that.
feather
Yes,
bonnet?
yes.
That's made out of
So cool.
ostrich feathers.
that's right. Okay.
Very
And,
cool.
and did you get to see the inside of it? When you it's just like when you it's handmade. So when you turn it upside down and you look inside, it's just like silk with a drawstring that goes like this. And you
Wow.
can open up the drawstring and you can see where they stuck all the feathers.
And they have
in.
wired
And
mesh.
they're wired.
Oh.
It's great.
Holy.
Ostrich feathers about this tall.
Wow.
It was like Nikki Sixx on. It was great.
Very
Yes.
cool.
That's I love it.
And then played in a throw together band before Brett Michaels called Planet Granite.
I remember Planet Granite.
And, we did.
I know. I
Wellington
saw
Town.
that. It was
Yeah.
very cool. Very cool.
That was neat, man.
Yeah, Vixen was there.
Vixen, yeah.
and
That was a great moment after we played. Mechelle was selling merchandise for Vixen.
I was their bodyguard.
Put guitars up and everything. Went over there and hung out in our backstage area for a while. So there was a
Right.
pop-up tent.
Right.
And but it was our pop-up tent. It was
Right.
great. And then hung out there. Then started going toward Vixen after some other band played. And all, man, oh my God, everybody's running at me. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. But it's like.
Did you
Kurt
lift your
Buffalo
kilt?
passed me.
Did you lift your kilt?
I was just kidding. I'm trying to stop him now, right past me. I didn't realize Vixen had come up to
Oh.
me. There was one of them. I was like, hey.
Oh yeah.
And when
Very
you say
humbling.
that about the kilt, it's great because he's played like several different places in for the bagpipes, and he was at the grade school for our sons,
Right,
where they went to
yeah.
grade school, and there's like these older teachers, and they would glue like mirrors or tape mirrors on their shoe.
See what she
yeah,
was
and they
wearing.
would come up
Come
and they
up
would like
behind me.
you
I'm like, what the? Jesus. That's great.
Oh, why? You know what?
They're
Boys
like, is
do it.
They're like,
Yeah,
is
hell
it
yes.
true? Yeah.
It's
What are
fun.
you really wearing underneath there?
It seemed like today, on St. Pat's, pretty busy, but mostly sadly funerals, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Get asked that once every 2 months for that.
Mm-hmm. But there's that one band
Oh, yes.
that drags you out. Says, "Oh my God!" I said,
Corn
"Oh
cover
God!"
band, that was-
I like to shit when I saw you. I said, "Oh my God!"
That was
this is
great.
That
Fantastic.
was amazing. And then
Couple
we got
Julys
to, then we
ago,
got
I
to see
remember that.
Robin.
Mhm.
We got to see
I was at
Robin
Delmar
back.
Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to
Rob
see
Boyer,
Robin
that
back because
dude.
Rob played in the stand
Yeah. He
with them.
played bass
He
with
was
us.
a bass player.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That was very cool. Was it one of the Mississippi Night shows? It was, wasn't it? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was one of the Mississippi Night shows.
Or was
Mississippi
it-
Nights
was it the-
reunion.
It
Or-
was, when Rob played with us?
No.
Or when we-
when
But no,
I-
at Delmar Hall. That wasn't that a Mississippi
When
Night
the
show?
Corn cover band, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah. He was in the Corn cover band. Which is the first time I really got to listen to them extensively. I'm like, geez, these guys rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Drill? You
Yes.
talking about Drill?
Yeah.
Yes. They play Saturday night at Redfish Bluefish.
Wow. Yeah, that's something else.
It's very loud. They're good though. John Shanahan is amazing. Now, he always wears the kilt. Shanahan.
They are comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I
Gotta
hear.
say.
Lots of breeze.
Yeah.
Yes,
You get
yes.
to sit like this.
Yeah. That's what I should have worn it over here. Now, where are those cameras at?
This is not that kind of show.
There's my freak boy.
That's another show for another time. And we have to have, we have to call, how much it's going to cost.
Right on.
We got to make some money on that one.
Call 1-900.
That's right. So what are you going to play next? When are we going to hear the original?
I don't know. We'll have to write
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Do one more and then we'll take a break, okay?
Sounds great.
Okay.
Want to do Random?
Sure.
I drink your water.
Now you know Kim's a singer.
All right. Will you sing?
Hop on in.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. You're such a liar. You want a water?
Or maybe a beer.
Want a beer? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You're more than welcome
Yeah, I
to.
got it.
You're more than welcome to jump in.
Yes.
Still got a half one.
Oh, please join in.
Trying to get me drunk.
I told you to. I said, jump in there.
Don't be shy.
Another water?
Yes. Thank you.
I can try.
Oh.
I haven't had any chance to warm up in a week or so.
You need some Jaeger?
Okay.
Where's the fireball?
Here we
Well,
go.
I've never warmed up, so I'm always just like, okay.
And if you need to stand up, stand up. It's okay. It's all good.
So sore. I don't want to knock all the stuff off the wall.
It's okay.
And it rings like the bell through the night, and want to love her. Takes through the sky like a bird at flight, and who will be my lover? No, in life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay? She promised you heaven. Will you ever win? She is like the cat in the dark, and then she is your darkness. She rolls your life like a fine scarlet lark, and then my sky is starless. No, in life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay? She promised you heaven. Will you ever win? Will you ever win? She rings like the bell through the night, and want to love her. Takes through the sky like a bird at flight, and who will be my lover? No, in life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay? She promised you heaven. Will you ever win? Will you ever the sky.
I'm premature there.
Taken by the sky. My dreams unwind, my lovers in the night. And dreams unwind, my lovers in the night.
That was my very best English poker.
I love it.
Episode 82. STL Roar, MyCityMyMusic.com. Scott and Mechelle Smith, Kim White. We are going to take a break. We'll be right back. Ah, can I play this?
At the room.
I tried praying the sun down. I screamed at the mountain, thought it might fall down at my feet. But I felt the rage, it was changing direction. Oh no, here we are. It's gone that far. You'd see my eyes, half on eyes, with my feet burning in the fire. Can't you see I'm falling? I could use a hand getting off of the floor. Don't you hear me calling? I can't fight alone anymore. You can't bring the sun down as long as it's up. Sometimes getting wilder feels like too much. Focus on the calling. Come on, you gotta run. Don't you call anymore. Oh, can't you see I'm falling? I could use a hand getting off of the floor. Don't you hear me calling? I can't fight alone anymore. You can't bring the sun down as long as it's up. Sometimes getting wilder feels like too much. Focus on the calling. Come on, you gotta run. Don't you call anymore.
evening. Oh, what a shame my throat's tied up by me so Dutch. But I really hope she's in pain. My patience is dripping down the drain. Please don't look at me again. My patience is dripping down the drain. Please don't look at me again. 'Cause they've been calling me alien names, waving around bolts and chains. I hope your stuttering eyes can see in my body the strain. Whenever I hear that name, whenever I hear that name. But maybe I'm delusional, 'cause I feel insane, looking at me like I'm sick in the brain. Maybe it's a joke to you, you're just playing my games, calling me these alien names.
I'm not gonna hide away. Lock me up, or throw me down. Tie me up, or make me drown. I ain't gonna run away. It burn me up. I'm screaming now. Eat me up. It spit me out. I ain't gonna run away. I ain't gonna hide away. Yeah. I ain't gonna run away. No. I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it so bad. I'm gonna be a star.
We'll get together and celebrate together.
Oh, let's do that. Episode 82, STL Roar, MyCityMyMusic.com. Scott and Michi Smith and Kim White. I love this audience. They're so free and cheap.
I love that audience. Can we take that with us?
You can take it with you.
Everybody
Put it in your
gets one.
pocket, take it home.
Like on the first set, certain places,
Yeah.
you know, and you go like that. A lot of times, nobody claps, and I'll go.
He's so mean. He says we're gonna do that song again.
If it don't get it,
So when they do that, what happens? Is this it?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We had a keyboard player that had that in his keyboards.
Oh my God, yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yes,
Oh,
those I can hear.
okay.
You
I
can
cannot
hear
hear the cicadas like. You know,
your tones. You lost
yeah,
tones.
I lost that frequency, and like certain times, like on last time I heard one, we were down played in Lake Egypt at this guy's a friend of mine's house, and went out in the backyard, and I could hear him real loud there. But sometimes they'll be at our house, it'll be so loud. Our son's like, "Okay, what all can you hear?" And I said, "I can hear the fountain. I can hear this. I can hear that." He said, "Now I can hardly hear what you're hearing because the cicadas are so loud. Because I can hardly hear you talking. I cannot hear them. We'll look at YouTube videos. I'm like, nope." And sometimes we'll go outside and say, "I think I hear them." Mechelle, they're not going. I'm like, that's summertime. I miss those.
Yeah, we even put those hearing aids in.
My
you
dad
know,
had
and they-
hearing aids, cranked them full blast. I could hear like a roar, but I could not hear those.
Oh yeah, I think that a doctor told me once at 50 you start losing tones,
Yeah.
and if you are a musician, it's sometimes more drastic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
but it comes and goes sometimes, but most of the time you just end up just losing tones.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting in there, we'll be sitting at the table, you know, and Tyler always says, because, you know, Tyler still lives at home, he says, "Man, I thought you guys were screaming at each other from the
Well, we
outside of the
guys
house."
were both in the
here."
kitchen talking. Well, what? Because even though we play acoustic, but we got it monitored, it's louder. But you never notice how loud it is. I mean, a club, our bars are loud, you know. And then you get over that, and then our monitor's louder than it is going out probably out front. And it's just it's loud through the ears and makes us go, huh? And at first, like noise going on. Now I'm almost reading people's lips or something. Their masks, those help.
Yes, yes, they do.
Yeah, they're going,
What?
"Rah, rah, rah," and you're like, "Yeah, uh-huh."
And a shield in front of them on top of that.
Yeah.
But they're touching everything because they're not wearing
Yeah.
gloves. That makes so much sense.
And then I'm just going, oh, that's neat. They're probably saying, I was diagnosed with terminal. I'm like, Cool. That's great. All right, I'll see you. Because I can't hear certain things.
Good luck with that.
Right. And how many times? And how does that conflict with your selective hearing gene that all men have?
That's
Yeah,
been
but
brought up
Bob-
a few times as well.
That's what I always say.
I've
Look
got-
into
I've gotta
my
go.
eyes so I know you hear me.
I gotta go.
That's what I do.
That's-
I'm like, look in
what
my
is that?
eyes so I know you
Is that
hear me.
sexist,
You
or
know.
I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what label to put on that.
It doesn't matter. We can say what we want here, so you can hear it or choose not to. Isn't that what it's all about?
Depends on how loud the woman is.
Yeah. So you ready to sing another one?
Yeah, what do you want to do, baby?
I don't care. What do you want?
Do a slow one? You want to do,
It doesn't matter. You're gonna play what you want, so she'll sing along.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Pick one.
Pick one.
Landslide?
Sure.
Landslide.
Could do Janice.
How about
No. I'm joking. Which one you
you just hurt my feelings.
want? Oh, kill the mic minute.
Oh my God. Okay. While you're deciding, I'm
Not
gonna.
landslide.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
How about
Born ready.
landslide, yeah.
'Cause
You're
it-
ready.
Let me get it in proper tunage.
Tune in.
This is for you, Scotty. And all of you.
Oh.
And my mama and daddy. I took my love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in that snow-covered hill till the landslide brought it down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changes? Ocean tide, can I handle the season of my life? Oh no, no, no. Oh yes, maybe so. Well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I've built my life around you. But times made you bolder, even children get older. I'm getting older too. Though I'm getting older too. I took my love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in that snow-covered hill till the landslide brought me down. Oh, landslide brought me down. climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hill until the landslide brought me down. Whoa, landslide brought it down.
Did you hear that one? Did you hear that one? So what was the first song you ever learned to sing, play, whatever? What was your inspiration to jump into playing music? Or did you grow up in a music household?
Yes, there's always music. When my dad was really in the country, my mom was like Tom Jones.
Did they play and sing?
No, but we always had the record player going.
Right.
Always, you know. And
What was your favorite song though that you always
What was the
jump
one?
around on the floor?
What was the one that just got your blood boiling?
oh, like even
I wasn't born to follow.
wasn't born to follow. I was in the Birds, I believe, Fabulous Birds, and it was in Easy Rider soundtrack, the second one. And but then I took guitar lessons in 5th grade to 7th grade. It was like one string at a time, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Little Boxes
And
was
it
the
like,
first song I learned to
man.
play.
And so I quit in 7th grade, and then discovered Kiss. And then Kevin played, loved with he
Right.
lived across the street.
Right.
He already had electric guitar, and I got electric guitar, and then on Kiss, and then heard Van Halen for the first time. Like, oh, this cannot be real,
Oh, I know.
you know.
Amazing.
And then heard Eruption, like, I don't know what he's doing. I know nothing. Now we see 5-year-olds doing it on YouTube, like, it's not fair. Yeah.
That's amazing. What about you, Michelle?
Me? Well, it was.
Did you grow up in a family?
Yeah, I grew up in a music family. My dad used to sing, and then all of his brothers played guitar and sang. You know, they always did a lot of country stuff.
Oh,
I
cool.
grew up on Loretta Lynn and Conway
Who
Twitty.
didn't love
Yes,
Loretta?
and
God, I got
Conway-
to meet her.
Yes. Oh
She's
my
the
gosh.
tiniest little woman I've
Uh-huh.
ever met in my life. We were doing a show in Kentucky, and she was doing a radio spot, and the company I was working for, we were it was with a trucking company, and I came out in the hallway, and there she was, and she said hello, and I looked down and I went, oh my God, it's Loretta Lynn. And I
Really?
was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, you're so cute. She's just you couldn't get any more country than her.
And have you heard the song Portland, Oregon?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
God, I
that's
love
great.
that
That's a
song. I
killer
want to
song.
learn that
Yeah,
song. I
that's-
think it's amazing. And when I watch it, I'm thinking, oh man, you go, girl.
Yeah.
And but she's with her, you know, that video that her and Jack White are in together. You know, it's kind of, I like it.
Yeah, very cool.
But yeah, I've always loved Loretta Lynn when Conway Twitty and her did their duets, and Dolly Parton and everything, and then came Cher, and then came Stevie Nicks and Janis Joplin, and all that. I was actually Janis Joplin, passed away on October 4th, and that's my birthday is October 4th.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I've always loved Janis Joplin too, and but they all played music. They were always having jam sessions at the house and stuff.
Oh, very
And then
cool.
I sang in the church choir. I never sang out by myself, you know, somewhere. I was always in a choir or something. And then me and my sisters were Diana Ross and the Supremes, you know.
There you go. Well, there you go.
Stop. But I put on these little skits, you know, for my aunts and uncles and stuff, and you know, and I said, I was always just so shy. I don't know. He just kind of took my shyness away from me, you know. He said, "Go out there and do it," and I said, "Okay."
That's cool.
Just be Scott Michelle.
Yeah, just be Scott. We'll say, let's just be Scott and Michelle, and we'll go out there and we'll just do that, you know, because otherwise, I'm even after 17 years, and I get like even on my way over here, my throat is
Every
dry.
day. This is great.
My throat is dry. I can't breathe.
Yeah.
You
What if I
know,
forget
Anxiety,
to
a little
sing,
anxiety.
what if I can't sing? You
What
know?
if, my throat's getting dry.
What
I
if,
think
what
it
if?
is.
Chicken Little, the sky is not falling.
Every gig.
So
The
that's
sky
it.
is
Yeah.
not falling.
So every show is like that, you know, and it's but you know
So
it's.
turn the air up. Ooh.
I have a standard answer for that. It relaxes everybody. It doesn't matter what you do, you're still gonna get your $100.
Yeah, that's a great one to have, you know.
You can screw up right and left, you're still gonna get out of it.
And that's, you know,
Always announce all mistakes are.
we always say all mistakes are intentional, you know.
But a
Try to
lot.
let you know before we start.
But did you? I mean, I don't know if you know this or not. If you think about it, probably 85% of the audience don't even see him.
Right.
No.
They're tone deaf. They're not listening. They are. You're singing the
Focused on
song
what
they
they're
love,
doing.
and they're listening to it. They're hearing it exactly how they
Right.
hear it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't be so judgmental on
Yeah.
yourself because
Oh, yeah.
it's not.
See, I'm already going, oh God.
It's not. It's
You start
not.
going through the ritual.
It's kind of like overthinking guys. You know, they just want to drink beer and see something naked.
Yeah.
They don't really care. They don't care. They don't care if one's bigger than the other. We are our worst critics when we look at them. Oh my God!
Oh.
No, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. Beer and naked. That's it. That's all they're in for.
I don't know, remember the last time when I looked in the mirror and said, yeah, I love the way I look. It's like,
It doesn't matter.
that was
It
probably in the 80s.
doesn't matter what you think. It's what he thinks.
That's a good way to think.
No,
You know what I
seriously,
think,
it's
don't
not.
Yeah.
Stage fright. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I mean, the best shows, the best songs, the best everything is always spur of the moment.
Oh yeah.
Just jump in there and do it because no expectations, you're not disappointed, and it
Yeah.
just seems to be more genuine.
There was well, you know, with the Callous shows, you know.
We'll talk about that off camera, but it's okay anyway.
Yeah, we opened up for Eric Martin.
Right.
Whenever,
Oh,
and,
this is great.
and when you say that, like the spur of the moment, we were put on the spot. We thought we were gonna play for 45 minutes, and we ended up playing for 3
All the
hours,
songs,
waiting for him to get there, you know.
And I
And
said he
so-
will not play before 9. We started at 6. Everybody's there to see Eric Martin, you know. And we got.
Yeah. So we
Good
played
night.
3
Eric
hours, and he
Martin's
played
next.
45 minutes.
Come back. Got
I
bad
was
news,
like-
folks. We have to play for 2 more
Yeah.
long sets.
I get up and I
He
say,
won't
well,
play
I'm
anymore
not
before
Eric
9.
Martin, but here we are again, you know. And so, but it was
That's a prima donna.
But that was kind of like one of those where you just get thrown into it, and you just go be
Yeah,
Scott
and
Mechelle.
yeah, we did it.
I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. Like there's really a whole lot to talk about.
No.
Yeah, it was just, I know, it's unfortunate, and because of all the people that didn't realize the unfortunate crap that goes on behind those kind of shows.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's just sad, and I hate it, and I knew it, and it was just like, and I was there, still dealing with it, but, you know, on a different level. It's horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, and it's just it's one of those things that you know you get thrown into a situation that you don't want to be in,
Mhm.
you know, and you have to do things that you don't want to do, and so
Because all these musicians come together to play music, share it with everybody, and then
Right.
there's this force, this issue that just like
Yes.
rains on it.
yeah, like a big old dark cloud.
Something like that. But anyway, on the lighter
on a lighter
side.
side, on a
That's the most code I've
non-stormy,
ever seen.
yeah, on a
Just
What the
think-
hell are they talking about?
On the lighter side.
we know what we're saying.
So let's talk about who's doing what this weekend. I got a few things I gotta talk about. So Charlotte Pub, where all the best musicians play. Have you guys been there
We
yet?
have not.
What is wrong with you?
I'm not sure.
You're
We need to
Charlotte
get
Pub snobs, really? Oh
need
my
to do
God,
it.
Judy, did you hear that?
We need
Charge
to
them a
go.
cover when they walk in.
there. We need to go.
You need to go.
Yes, absolutely.
RFT voted it the best dive bar, and all the
Really?
best musicians do
Every
play
time
there.
we go by where it says Charlotte, I said, meet you.
You gotta-
Right here, we
you-
gotta do it.
Just drop
We
in.
go down 170 and see Charlotte.
Now Tuesday nights they have a blues jam with Ron Buehlinger, Mike Saffron's on drums, and Brian Massey's on bass. It's pretty cool.
Excellent.
Wednesday night it's originals. It's usually just acoustics. You know who John Carlton is?
Heard of John.
He's been on the show. He's awesome. So Wednesday night's acoustic and it's ladies' night. Thursday's the best jam night to go.
Right.
Okay.
This week she has different artists host it. This week it's Jerry Boschert, probably Steve Russell on drums, Mark Crowell on guitar, and probably Bobby Guion on bass. But
I guess I have to go.
you have to go.
Damn it.
But and Thursday night, I mean, it's just a blast, and there's so many different musicians. I mean, that go there and play, and it's just the sound is impeccable. That you would think that bar, it's not very big, but the acoustics are. I mean, the sound is perfect, and they have run many sound systems out of there, no matter loud, soft, or whatever. It's always good sound. So
We gotta
You
go.
gotta go then.
you gotta go. You just have to. Shout out to Judy. And then let's see, Friday night, Kapow will be playing, and Saturday it's a new band, Destroy the Future. So it's pre Rat Run, so which is cool because she's not open on Sundays. So it'll be fun. She'll be at the Rat Run.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yes. Have you guys been to the Rat Run?
I've never been to the Rat Run.
You,
The show said, yeah, we go all the time. No, we've not been there. Damn.
you don't have to have a bike, but there's like thousands and thousands of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like a rat.
But yeah, it's at Long Shots, which is in St. Charles at the Marina. So it's really cool. And let's see who else is going. Oh, at Diamond Music Hall Friday night, Plastic Kings. Saturday, this is a band that was coming to our jam nights on Tuesdays, and they're called Solace Armada, and they're freaking amazing. These guys, they're original, and then their guest is Stokes Dev, whoever that is. I've never heard of them. And let's see what else. Friday, what is that? I don't know what that means. And I think that's all I got. Otherwise, the Rat Run is
Sunday.
on and popping. Oh yeah, we gotta do that one again. Sunday, Third Shoot West in West Alton. Rock Bottom is playing for the Rat Run. I think they start at 2:00. Home of the Yummy Wine Slushies and Tommy Fleming, who lives there, in the cooler.
Tommy's great.
Tommy's great. You should have had him put your pool in. You know he does that.
No,
Oh,
I
I
didn't
had
know
no
that.
idea.
Yes. When he's not driving his truck and taking care of his child and his dogs and
These
all
two
that
guys
stuff.
came and had it up in 3 hours. I mean, it's 18 round, 4.5 feet.
Oh,
but
cool.
Incredible. It took me, the band, our sons.
On our first one,
Yeah.
it took everybody in
about
the
10
neighborhood.
hours. Of course, there was alcohol involved.
There's that.
What,
Yeah.
digging the bottom of it
Yeah.
out?
Getting it just, yeah, and then we had a shallow and deep end by the time we were done.
Nice.
A lot of alcohol
That,
involved.
that wasn't
This
intentional.
level? Probably.
Well, it's close enough.
Yeah, well, you need a shallow and a deep end. And an above ground pool.
Yeah.
Especially for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or does she just have does she have a permanent floaty in there?
Oh,
She
yeah.
steps in it. So she
That's
doesn't
what we do.
drown.
We set it and we do lazy river, get on a raft, after a long weekend, just go around in circles. You hear you go by the pump, you hear it gets loud,
Mhm.
and you just get shot off.
That's what I
It's
told
great.
him because we used to have one a long time ago. You know, we've been when his dad passed away, we moved into his mom and dad's house that he grew up in, and so I told him, I said, you know what? I said, I just want to whenever I just want to go in it for 15 minutes. You know, I said I just
Go
want to
swim
smell
tonight.
that chlorine and stuff like that. You know, and so we started calling people. It was during the
COVID.
pandemic.
Like, hey, I got a great idea. Let's get
Yeah.
a pool.
Let's get in the
Oh,
pool.
yeah.
Wear your mask.
Well, they're like,
Exactly.
well, we can have one there in 2 years, you know.
They were so backed up.
Yeah.
Their phone was probably ringing off the hook.
Right.
We want a pool. We thought we were original.
Yeah. So we finally got it, and they finally.
We're
installed
swimming
it.
tonight.
Yeah, but we're gonna swim tonight. So, but
We're coming over.
Yeah, come on.
Have the scanner on.
Have your mask and scanner on.
That's awesome.
But so we got another song for us.
Sure.
We'll do Janice.
Sure.
Do some Janice.
Gotta help us out.
I
on
will
this one.
stand up on
Oh.
this. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel weird because you're sitting down. Can you get down?
I'll have my strap though, baby.
You don't have a strap on.
Didn't I make you feel like you were the only man? Yeah, now didn't I give you nearly everything that a woman possibly can? And you know I did. Each this part of the song to my man. Because
Favorite part
after
of the song right here, baby.
35 years, he's still so fine. You're out on the streets looking good, and baby, deep down in your heart, you know that that ain't right. Never, never hear me when I cry at night. You're gonna cry all the time. Each time I tell myself that I just had enough. Well, I'm gonna show you, baby, that a woman can be tough. Won't you just come on, come on, come on, come on. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Break another little piece of my heart now, darling, yeah. Have another little piece of my heart now, baby. You know you got it. Shut up, it makes you feel good, yes indeed.
Awesome, Mama, meet you.
Oh, you never, never hear me when I cry. No, 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 no. Each time I tell myself that I can't stand your pain, you hold me in your arms and sing it once again. Just come on, come on, come on, come on. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Break another little piece of my heart now, darling, yeah. Have another little piece of my heart now, baby. You know you got it. Shut up, it makes you feel good, yes indeed. Woo!
And she wants for shy. See,
What do you want to sing?
Yeah.
What's your go-to song, Tim? I bet he probably knows it.
You know,
Pick something.
they do this to me every time at Open Jam. What do you know? What do you know? And I always draw a blank.
Really?
Yes. So we end up doing Dirty White Boy or something like that.
Ooh.
that's one song I've never learned.
What?
I've never learned that.
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you play guitar?
Yeah.
Yes, he
You're playing.
plays. Go ahead and play. Do it.
Do you think I should?
Yes, I think you
You
should.
definitely
Yes.
should.
You guys are the feature here, not me. I just kind of wandered in off the street.
It's okay.
Literally.
We like that.
We like backdoor guests. People wandering off the street.
Do you want cake over there?
No.
Jim Root. cake?
How do you work these things?
Go ahead.
You're killing me.
I'm not killing you. You're fine.
Hey baby, if you're feeling down, I know what's good for you all day. Are you worried what your friends see? Will it ruin your reputation loving me? 'Cause I'm a dirty white boy. I'm a dirty white boy. Dirty white boy. Don't drive no big black car. Don't like no Hollywood movie star. You want me to be true to you. Don't give a damn what I do to you. I'm just a dirty white boy. I'm a dirty white boy. I'm a dirty white boy. Dirty white boy. Insert lead here. I'm a dirty white boy. I'm a dirty white boy. Dirty white boy. I've been in trouble since I don't know when. I'm in trouble now and I know somehow I find trouble again. I'm a loner, but I'm never alone. Every night I take one step closer to the danger zone. I'm just a dirty white boy. I'm a dirty white boy. I'm a dirty white boy. Dirty white boy. I'm just a dirty white boy. I'm a dirty white boy.
Dirty white boy.
I'm a dirty white boy.
Dirty white boy.
Very nice.
He kind of knows what he's doing. A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So
Thank
about
you.
your original, you said. You gonna do that one? Is that one ready to play or not?
Not yet.
No.
We're still working on that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
One day it will be.
Uh-huh.
That's what we ought to really call it, is one day.
One day. I know. You sit down to write a song. Oh, I gotta clean out the refrigerator. Wait.
Yeah.
There's something else to do real quick. Just kind of put it off.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it just seems like
We don't wanna rush
it seems
into
like we always have an excuse, you know.
17 years later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
17 years
still waiting
later.
on that song. When'd you start writing songs?
Oh, Jesus. Well, actually, probably in high school, now that I think about it. And except they, they came off just like high school songs. Which you expect, I remember one in particular.
Cheese, and cheese.
Yeah, it was just like, one of them started, "Why am I staring at this blank piece of paper? All blank and white and nothing."
So dramatic.
Yeah.
I was
I
gonna
think
say,
that was
that
like
sounds like
8th grade or
poetry.
something.
Good.
That's hilarious.
I love that.
Well, at least, how many songs have you written? You got a bunch.
70-something.
Sorry, my ass has been acting up all weekend. I was in the ER Saturday because of it.
Because of the asthma?
Yes,
Yeah.
weather change.
Uh-huh.
Always this time of year.
Oh, I've
Always.
been like at that sudden.
Oh,
it's really
man.
popular cough right now.
Do
too.
you
Everybody
take
like,
something
you
for
okay,
that?
man?
Yeah, I have like 4 inhalers and God knows what all new drug they come out with. Oh, this is going to help you. It's
Yeah.
not going to go away.
No, I have a Monteclast or something like that, and then it's an asthma pill, and then like an inhaler.
Yeah, they just added another one. Since I had COVID in February, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. It's like I can walk outside and catch a germ, and it's like, oh, I'm like, Jesus. It's just
So
it's
how
crazy.
long were you sick from that?
I was in quarantine for 14 days. But you know how they do it in Illinois? Because I was working in Missouri, and I went to the doctor, and on a Monday I didn't feel good. And Wednesday morning they called me at work, the doctor in Missouri, and said, "You tested positive. You need to tell your boss." I told my boss, and she said, "Get out of here, go home." And I was working in Clayton. Before I even hit the bridge in Illinois, state of Illinois is calling me saying, "Your doctor just told us you have COVID, and we've turned your tracker on your phone." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can do that.
Oh,
Yes.
no way. I didn't know
And
that.
I said, she says, "So are you going home?" I said, "Yes, I'm going home. Are you kidding me? I'm not going anywhere." I said, "I've got a leper already." So I went every day. The state of Illinois called me. They did a little survey. And if I didn't answer the phone, they kept calling until I answered it. Did a little survey about how I felt, my temperature, blah, 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 for 14 days.
Wow.
And yeah, don't go anywhere, don't do anything, don't see anybody, don't breathe, don't do this. It was
Track
crazy.
on your phone.
Yes.
And they call them, "How you feeling?" Say, "Oh, you tell me."
Quit calling me. I'm trying to sleep.
I'm tired.
But no, I was just really tired, and my taste and smell are still not back 100%.
I've talked to people like that.
Yeah, we have a friend of ours. She said she had it. She
Angie.
had it like in February.
Right.
She doesn't have her taste and smell back.
It's crazy. But now it's like every time I get a cold or upset stomach, it just goes to the other extreme faster. not a couple days. It's like wham. Like Friday night I wasn't feeling good, and then Saturday morning when I got home from work or during work, I was just like, whoa, and I went straight to the ER, and they're like, oh yeah, we're testing you for COVID, we're doing this, and I don't care. Just give me something, make me feel better. But yeah, it's crazy. It's one of
It's
those
weird.
things.
I was exposed and had to go home from Monday to Friday before my test came back, and knowing you can't leave
Mm-hmm.
is crazy.
Oh, I know.
I found out about 9:30 in the morning that Doc, I'm back. Did you tell me? They called you and told you, didn't they? She said, "Hey, you're negative." I'm like, I'm getting off the property for a few minutes. And right around and block a few times my truck. Like, yes, breathe.
Is that when you get naked and run with scissors?
Oh, yeah. And you know, like a lady lives next door to us, dear friend Rose. I can tell I was out in the backyard. You know, you see every noodling around, you know, and I'd be talking to her and how you feeling? I said, everything's good, you know, and he's sitting there talking, I'd gradually start going towards the fence and she'd like nonchalantly back up. Like, yeah, you do feel like a leper. Even exposed, you know.
It's
This
crazy.
last October was kind of not super early, but man, the test is fun too. The original ones, I guess they went on deep.
Oh,
Stick it
yeah.
up in your eye
Yeah.
through your nose. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that chick. I mean, she hit me Saturday morning. And I grabbed her arm. I said, "One more time." I said, "Stop it." She's like, "Oh, did that hurt?" No,
Yeah.
really. She said, "Well, it'll be an hour and a half before we get a result." I said, "Just get out of here. I don't care. Just get away from me
Right.
before I break your arm." You know, I was just like, I mean, it was like, what, I'm already like, it's, and I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Let me jab your eye out from the inside out.
I was like, "Oh, just leave me alone. Turn the light on when you walk out."
Hopefully it'll
I know. I
go to
don't
the
get.
wayside someday.
Someday. That's the name of your new song.
Someday. Someday, one day.
Someday, one day, you're gonna write
Yeah.
two
One
words to
day.
your
Yeah.
song.
One day,
Someday, one
someday.
day.
Yeah, we're gonna have one sentence
Next time
into
we
your
see you,
original
we'll
Next
song.
time we'll have that song next time we see you.
You're lying.
No, well, we got a title for our song.
Yeah,
Not else.
Yeah, there you go. That's,
like
that's a
that.
start.
Sometimes that's a great way to write a song.
Yeah,
You know,
it
just
all
start with the
yeah,
title and
seed,
pick out a couple
water,
of
it
chords.
grows. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
inspired by Cat Muse.
Oh no, I'm not the inspiration. I'm just giving you shit because you don't have an original song.
You are an inspiration. You just don't
Okay,
realize
let's
it.
do one more song and then we're going to take a picture and get out of here and
Next
sayonara.
thing, baby. We forgot our song list at home, so our son sent us pictures.
And then sad, you play the same songs forever, but like you said, you draw a blank. How about Jolene
Jolene, let's do it.
or Angel from Montgomery? Which one do you want to hear?
I don't care. Angel
Jolene,
from my,
let's do
do the angel.
You
Yeah,
nail
let's
it.
do
Yeah.
that. What is it?
Hey, Jolene, you nail it.
Joe.
See, he did it to you.
Selective hearing. I'm telling you. Scott, what do you want to play?
Somebody's got to make a decision. If you choose
Oh,
not
you're
to
ready,
decide,
baby.
you still have made a choice.
Okay. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him even though you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, your flaming locks of auburn hair, diamond skin, and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like the breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, it's all that I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. Now I could easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what it means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my glad to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you, so whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Now I could easily understand how you could hesitate, my man, but you don't know what it means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Jolene, Jolene,
Right on, baby.
Jolene.
So where are you guys at this weekend?
This weekend, Friday night, we were going to be at the Wood River Moose.
Wood River Moose. What's going on there? Anything special or
Get loose
just?
at the moose.
Oh, well, there you go.
Just get, and Saturday night we are at a Jeep rally.
A Jeep rally.
Like a Jeep run it starts at Smoky Joe's.
Smoky Joe's. Very cool.
Pontoon Beach. And
Very-
so we'll be there from 5 to 9. Saturday night, yeah.
Awesome. Any big festivals or anything coming up, or any big shows you guys are
Ah,
involved in? Since Tyler Hammond left? Wow, that was a hot show. Oh,
Oh, that was hot, wasn't
Good
it?
God.
oh,
my
that
God,
was
it so hot.
miserable. I
That
mean,
was hot.
we were melting all over the parking
Yes.
lot. Even when the sun went down, I was like, oh my
I
God.
still, we
I
took our
bet,
stuff
I
home
bet
and
it was
came back. and it was-
110. I bet it was 110 out there, the heat index. It was just terrible, you know.
I know. Definitely, for
Then
sure.
plug the air mover in and would blow the circuit like, not good. It was gonna be hot.
Well, they should have told Ringling that there was. They just said he was just doing sound for Tyler.
Uh-huh.
They didn't tell him there was like 4 bands.
Oh, really? Oh,
I
wow.
was like, what?
I can't imagine John getting an attitude about that.
Oh no! It was one of the hottest days.
Unbearable.
It was so you guys was it Ed Belling's band 1st,
Uh-huh.
and then you guys,
Yes, and then
it was
Heartbreak Line.
Right.
Heartbreak Line with Bobby Rollins.
yeah, Bobby Rollins' band, and then it was Tyler Hammond. And I was out there. Oh my God, we were melting
We used
all
our
over the
own
place.
stuff.
And it was on that black asphalt.
Black
out
asphalt
there.
on a flatbed. We were loading stuff on and off and setting up. Oh, it was
It was the
nuts.
hottest day of the year, you know, that was like early May, when we really haven't acclimated to summer yet, and it was blazing.
And the bishop showed up, and usually, and Terry is so calm, cool, and collected. She was melting. She had to leave. They
Yeah,
had
I
to leave
remember
because
that.
she got so overheated. I was
Yeah.
like, Terry doesn't ever get overheated.
No.
I
Right.
mean, she
And-
doesn't even raise her voice for fuck's sake.
No,
You know, but
She
yeah,
really is. You just took the words out right out of my mouth.
she's
I
a
love her.
sweetheart.
That's
Yeah.
right.
She's a sweet-
I
We
love
graduated
her.
high school together.
Did you really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Believe it or
awesome.
not.
She's brought me a pair because I like to wear boots when we're playing, and so I guess she can always tell when my feet are killing me, and because I'd be like switching from side to side, and everything, and so she brought me it was last year during the Magic and Mayhem, or the year before. This last year was Lost,
Right.
and
Year before.
but the year before they're tennis shoe boots. They're tennis
Oh,
shoe
yeah.
cowboy boots, and they're
Oh, that's
just so
cool.
awesome. Thank you, Terry.
great.
and I love Terry. And,
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
She's
That's
an
for
angel,
sure.
no doubt.
For sure.
And then I don't know if you knew this, but Greg was our neighbor forever. We lived in the same duplex.
I hear adventures from Granite from his childhood. It's called kind of a blur, him and
Yeah,
Alan together. And
But you guys, how many bands you've been in with him?
who, Greg?
Yeah.
Just the last one.
Oh, just Fireball?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in one of them.
And the night that the first time we ever met you was at a Tyler Hammond show, and it was out at that Champions.
Right.
At
And-
Champions.
yeah, at
Man,
Champions.
that was a great show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was.
That was
Yeah.
friggin' awesome. It was standing room only. It was 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. I remember that.
Yeah,
And then the next one he did, because we did sound for Tyler. How many years in a row now? But the next one he did, he had it at that. It was out in the country, and it was a 4-wheel drive, like a Jeep. It was like a Jeep thing, but it was all 4-wheel drives.
I remember
Oh, wow,
him doing that.
And it was, oh my God, it was cold. That was the night it was really cold. I mean, because they had bonfires everywhere.
Yeah, it's either extremely hot or extremely cold. You know, whenever with Tyler. That's-
right.
But the first time that we opened for him was at Jacob Myers,
Mm.
and I love that bar too. That
very
bar is
cool.
just and Bob is a great guy. You
Yeah.
know, that's where Scott and I and Jared and Casey and Ed will join in, or Ryan
Ed
Anderson.
Morrow, you know Ed Belly?
And he's from Pick and
Wonderful
Lincoln.
guy, yeah.
Pick and Lincoln.
Or maybe
And,
I
but-
do. Right?
But that night at Champions, and we were just talking about, you mentioned Ellen, Ellen Rogers,
Mhm.
and I'd never met Ellen before that, and we had seen each other. You know, she come up and she'd sang with me at Patty McDee's one time, but I never got to really meet her. And so I was looking at this fringy jacket, that
Right,
long fringy
right.
jacket
Uh-huh.
that day, and I'm like, should I buy it? No. Should I buy it? No. Well, then that night, she comes up to me and she says, "I've got something for you," and she gave me a jacket that was almost identical to that jacket I was
Oh,
looking at, and I
wow.
didn't buy. And that's it. And I was like, wow, you know. I said, "Were you following me today?" You know? But it was almost like she says, "Well, I know how you feel," because she said, as we get older and we're up there, in front of everybody, we want to hide all that. She said, "And I see you wearing those long. You was wearing that long thing, and so she said, I saw this, and she said, I've worn this several times, during the Silver Bullet Band, and she said, I want you to have it." And,
Very cool.
And I loved it, and I've loved her, and she's an awesome person.
Very
Amazing
cool.
singer. So,
Yeah, amazing.
Kat, thank you.
Thank you. Episode
you so
82,
much.
STL Roar, MyCityMyMusic.com. Scott and Mechelle Smith and Kim White, and of course Tweezy. Thank you very much. And you all get the audio. Next week, Hideous Gentleman will be here. So why they picked I asked Jared this when he was on my show. I did a show with Steven at UMSL. And I said, why would you pick that name? Because they're not hideous at all. They're the sweetest guys in the
Right.
whole world.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why the name of their band is Hideous Gentleman?
They've been
Is
that
that
for
from
a
is
long
that from a
time.
movie?
It's
Is it
from a movie, and I said, I don't care.
Yeah. That's what
Because
I
you guys are not hideous at all.
No,
I
that's
mean,
what I always
they're
say. I
really
always say-
sweet.
I said they're the hideous gentlemen, but they're not hideous.
They're
That's what I always
not.
say.
They're
Yeah.
not. They're great. So yeah, they'll be here next week. And then the week after that, I've got Jason Nelson and the Retro Nerds will be here. And then the week after that, I've got Frankie Mario coming in. So,
Nice.
he just opened up School of Rock in
We were
St.
there.
Peter's.
We were there Saturday.
Yeah, we went there
What
Saturday.
a cool guy. He's
Yeah.
so sweet. He's a blast.
It's a great place, yeah.
Ethan Jones.
Ethan
is,
Jones was playing?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, he is involved in the teaching.
Yes,
part of it,
yes.
yeah.
He's a
So,
very good teacher.
Yeah.
His mother's, he's
My best friend, Christine.
Oh, cool.
Nelson, Christine Salsa.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and,
There we
and,
go.
Yeah, you've got to try her salsa. She's in
It
76
is
Nook
good.
stores in Missouri and Illinois.
I've had her salsa.
Yeah.
It's the bomb.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so she called us and asked us if we wanted to go, and we said, sure, we'll go with you. So we went there Saturday.
Very cool.
It's
They
really
ate a
neat.
heavy smoke afterwards in St. Peter's. Have you been there?
Mm-mm.
Barbecue, unreal. Very good.
Really?
Yeah, I've tried that.
Sounds good.
Very good.
All right, we will see you next week. Boom.